and you're joining us at Nathan, Brad, Arno, and Adam, and we've been joined by Susie from Banksia Grove, and she's here to talk about an issue she's like passionate about. So, what issue are you passionate about, Susie?
I'm passionate about changing the laws or advocating for people who are marginalised in our society for change, so they are protected and given, equal opportunities the same as everyone else. That's what I'm passionate about.
And what is your personal story?
Well, I've got lots of personal stories, but I'll do the current one. I had a renovation that went wrong. I then went and went through at the Building Commission, and what they sought that the Building Commission had to... They basically ordered the builder to come and remedy. This is despite the fact that they have slandered about me, treated me badly, and I don't feel safe, or I don't feel... I don't want them back in my house for several reasons, and yet they've ignored all of that, and they've made them having to come back. And even though I've said no, I've not given them consent, they still expect to come back. And I want basically more rights to say, no, I don't want them back. They can have an order to pay me the money so I can get tradies who I feel respect me in my own house. That's what I want changed. So currently the law is based on two things: contractual, which is money, and workmanship. So basically they're saying they can treat you how you want just as long as they fix up that tap properly. And I don't think that's fair, and I think that people like myself, single women, older people, anyone that's vulnerable, that does not meet sort of that white male privilege, then you are sort of disadvantaged. And I want that changed, so people have more rights and are protected in our society.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Yeah.
Equality, yes.
What do you think is the best step into sorting out this situation?
Well, I think I actually now am going to a tribunal, and what I'm going to say is that I don't want them to come back to my home, and I'm going to have lots of evidence to say that this is how they've treated me, and I want the tribunal to say to change it now. So it's not just about money or workmanship, it's about behaviour, it's about the mental health of people, that to actually acknowledge that this really does affect people on a deep level, and that it's our right as consumers to feel safe and feel good and to be respected in our house, and that they need to bring that on board. Not just about money or workmanship, it's about how we treat each other. Treat us like humans, exactly. That I don't want to have to pretend that I've got a partner, that I don't want to have to put boots outside my house to pretend that I've got a partner, so they treat me equally. Because I can tell you now, I've got a bookload of situations where men have treated me differently. Tradesmen have, I had a guy drill a hole through my mains pipe because I questioned his work. I was very diplomatic, and we must make these changes because it can't go on anymore, can it? And I'm not just saying that about men. Other men are also discriminated against. I understand that, but we're not going to change the culture of the trades, but we can change the laws.
Yeah, everyone just deserves to be treated with respect.
Absolutely. For everyone, for you guys, So then I have the opportunities. When you're discriminated against, you're not given the same opportunities. Do I not get work done on my house? Do I have to, just deal with what I have because I know anyone who's going to come in might do the wrong thing by me, or it makes me feel scared and violated? No. It's not fair. Everyone should be given the same opportunities, irregardless of their age, gender, race, their financial situation. Vulnerability, absolutely, yeah.
So what would you like to change
The
about the
law.
laws?
I want to change the law, and it would be great if, I know the good tradies, there are great tradies out there. There are tradies who have got respect, they're good people. We need them to basically, put the pressure on the other tradies. We need the tradies who are doing the wrong thing to be made more accountable. So older people, I know my mum knows someone who was in a wheelchair. She watched as she paid these tradies to sit outside and smoke and drink tea the whole day and did nothing, and she had to just watch helplessly because she was in a wheelchair. And people feel like they don't have a voice, that they don't say anything because they're so intimidated by the process. They make it hard. You know, I've spent hours and hours and blood, sweat and tears filling in these applications because the government makes it hard to deter people from doing it. But unless, you know, like someone complains and stands up, there's going to be no changes, you know?
Yeah.
As anything humanitarian, we need to basically focus on being humane, and the economy needs to basically, you know, feed that humanity, not the other way round, you know?
Stand up.
Yeah. And our children's children.
Yeah. All right, is that finishing off
Yeah.
with that?
I totally agree with your scenario, and hopefully it gets
Change.
better and where it needs to be.
Yeah.
Because we want a better life for you guys too.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, absolutely.
Yeah.
You know.